Oh, today's topic is how to not ruin a relationship. Have you ever gotten into an exclusive relationship? He said, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And then a few months down the road, he ends it, and you're like, the heck happened? Well, in today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes, something that can totally ruin relationships, and something you may be doing over and over again. And some folks that are even in relationships, you keep consistently doing this, and you're making your relationship a little rocky. And in case you're wondering, I'm Mike Goldstein of Easy Dating Coach, here to make dating and relationships easy. Hit subscribe if you're not already, and hit the bell. Hop on in here. How to not ruin a relationship. So the key here is to be able to disseminate between fact and fiction when you are dealing with a man. I want to tell you a story that really illuminates this point. I have a client who's in the Boston area who's dating someone in Maine, about 45 minutes from where she is. Around their sixth date, the guy invites her to his house to spend the evening. He tells her that he's got a spare bedroom and they have a whole little fun weekend planned, and she's excited to go do that. So they've been talking every day for weeks now, and they've really built a great connection. I believe they talked about exclusivity at this point. Anyway, she goes over there and they have an amazing time. He cooks her dinner. He won't let her help. He makes sure he takes care of the napkins, the utensils, cooks her this magnificent meal. He's such a gentleman. He lets her sleep in her own room, doesn't try anything. The next morning, he turns on the shower and the heated flooring to get the room nice and hot, gives her a towel, gives her soap, gives her shampoo, gives her the whole setup, and makes her feel really comfortable at his house. Then later that day, she ends up meeting his son for the first time and really bonds. So then when she's leaving that Sunday, she goes to him and says, "Hey, next weekend I'd really love to see you, blah, blah, blah." And he says, "Oh, I've got this crazy busy week. Let me get back to you." Then on Tuesday, same response when they talk on the phone. "Hey, I'm really not sure yet. Let me get back to you." She comes to me, and she's a planner, and she's freaking out. She's like, "He's pulling away. He's not interested in me. Like, he doesn't like me." And I go, "Hold on. Let's talk about the facts. Let's talk about the fiction you created." So she goes, "He's not interested in me. He must be pulling away. He doesn't like me. This relationship's over. I need to start seeing other people. Let's ramp up online dating again." I'm like, "Hold on. Where's this coming from?" And she's like, "Well, he doesn't want to see me next weekend." I'm like, "Well, what are the facts?" "Well, the facts are he just gave you an amazing weekend, cooked dinner. He introduced you to his son, one of the most important people in his life. He made you feel special. He courted you. And now he's telling you that he's got a busy work schedule right now." And then what's the fiction? The fiction is he doesn't want to see me, he doesn't like me. And that's just created in the head just because it seems that he's rejecting you on this date idea. So we're all guilty of this. I create fiction in my head all the time. If I text a woman and then she doesn't respond for 24, 48 hours, it starts circulating like, "Oh, she must not be into me, she must not like me, I should move on." But in reality, sometimes people are just busy. And I'm creating fiction, just like my client was creating fiction. This guy ended up getting back to her and saying, "Hey, I would love to see you. I'm sorry it took me so long. I just had a really crazy schedule. This is my busy time." And she did the right thing too and communicated, "That made me feel a little uneasy about the relationship. I think I got triggered by something." And you know what he said to her? "Anytime you're ever feeling that way, just communicate it to me. I don't ever want you to feel that way." So bottom line is, relationships are all about communication, and we're all going to have triggers, right? We're all going to get set off by things, and whether they're right or wrong, that's okay. It's just us being human, and we've all got histories and we've all got triggers. The key is communicating them and then allowing the person to give you the facts instead of the fiction that we create in our head. So, when there's text messages, when there's just making assumptions in your head instead of reaching out to your partner, and that's how you can ruin relationships, by listening to the fiction instead of the facts. All right, guys, I love all of you. What to do next? If you haven't subscribed, get down there and subscribe. And also, go pick one of these videos to watch next, either that one or this one. And I love all of you. See you next time.